Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be doing this rainbow eyeshadow. Yeah. So today we're going to be doing this rainbow eyeshadow. It's like a soft rainbow eyeshadow, I think, because it is mixed with brown. It's not like what I usually do where it's all colors. I don't know if I'm going to name it in the title yet, but I'm glad that you're here to, see the process. I did this eyeshadow in my last video, which is eyeshadow primer really necessary? It was a cosmetic experiment. It was great. So, if you're here from that video, this is the tutorial for that. And let's get right into the video. If you enjoyed the video along the way, make sure you give it a like and subscribe down below. We're almost 50,000 subscribers. And I'm not going to be before you long. Let's get into the video. Actually, I am going to be before you just a little long because I want to tell you, you might want to do this eyeshadow look before you do your base because there is going to be fallout, especially with these pastel shades. They come with a lot of fallout because they're very powdery. So you may want to do your base after you do your eyes, just so that you don't have to fix your base, clean your base up after the fallout, or redo it. So, okay, now let's get to the video. Okay, so I'm starting off with the eyes already primed. I use the Anastasia Beverly Eyeshadow Primer. I'm going to need a light primer, especially today because we're using bright colors. And I would consider them pastel colors. Now, you're probably, there's a chance you're coming from. My last video, is eyeshadow primer really necessary? Where I did this exact look, one eye with primer and one eye without. So if you want to know about the primer, check out that video. Now, for eyeshadow, we're going to be going into the Colourpop Gone Matte palette. Wow. I'm going to start with my super fluffy brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. I've had it for decades. At least 1 decade. And it doesn't have a name. But any brush that you have that is comparable to this, a very wide, fluffy brush will work. I want to go into these medium brown shades here. Chase Me and Shaggy. Chase Me is a little warm. This is a cooler version. I want something in the middle. And we're going to start going on the outer corner. Where's your outer corner? That's out towards your ear. And we're going to go all the way across the eye towards the inner corner. Now, the eyeshadow primer has creased a little bit because I've been talking. So I'm just going to take this Real Techniques Who Are You 308 brush and pat it out. And I'm going to get back to blending. So I'm going all the way from the crease. Where's your crease? As if you open your eyes and close them. That line right there. From the crease all the way to the brow bone. Blending all the way up towards the brow bone. This is going to be our transition shade. This is going to cover that white. I say it all the time, but a question that I get a lot about eyeshadow primer is how you make sure that there's not like a stark whiteness underneath the brow, because my eyeshadow primer is much lighter than my actual skin tone. And the answer to that is I blend all the way to the brow bone. So that is what I am doing here. Nice. There's our transition shade. Now we're going to go into a medium brown. So this right here is another brush that has no name. But because this is a Raggedy Royal eyeshadow tutorial, there are 2 rules. First of all, you're never going to apply an eyeshadow once. So we're never just going to apply the eyeshadow and then not go back to that step to blend it out. So we'll go back to this transition. The second rule is that I'm going to break down to you what eyeshadow brushes go in what part of the eye. Because I think that it's important to really understand this, because you can apply it to any eyeshadow look you do after this. And I'm trying to give y'all tools as well. I want you to be able to do this eyeshadow look, but I want you also to be able to think through it and maybe do another one. So as we go down the eye, when I say down the eye, I mean from the brow to the lash line. So as we go down the eye, we're going to go with brushes that are thinner. So the brush bristles are more densely packed. As we go up the eye, so from the lash line up to the brow bone, we are going to be using brushes that are the bristles are less densely packed, so they are wider. The brush bristles are not so close together. So as you see, we started with this one. We're going to go in with this one, and then later we'll go in with that one as we go down the eye. So now we're going to go in with this brush right here that also does not have a name. Can't tell you where it's from, but once again, just use something comparable. And we're going to go. Don't blow on your eyeshadow, by the way. That is unsanitary, but I don't take clients, so. But I'm going to go into these medium browns. So I'm going to go into Blanky, Fleecy, Snug as a Bug. And we're gonna go right into the crease. So remember where the crease is, that's where that fold is. Maybe your crease looks different than mine. That happens. They come in different shapes and sizes. One's more defined, one's less defined. So you're just gonna go halfway from your brow bone to your lash line. That's a good way to kind of figure out where to put this. So we're gonna go into that crease and we're going all the way towards the inner corner. So from the outer corner to the inner corner. And the reason why we even add browns in the crease, the reason why we even add all these different eyeshadows is for depth. As you can see, there is more depth and definition in this eye than this eye. And we're going to need depth because depth really gives the light color a good contrast when we start adding that. Setting powder saved the day. We're just going to, when we add that light blue on, oh my goodness. When we add that light blue on the lid, it'll just give it more contrast and more definition. It's gonna look great, trust me. Blending that out. And now I'm just going back in with that transition shade, especially that warmer medium brown, that warmer tan shade, to blend it out. The warmer one is a little bit darker. When I say the warmer one, I mean shade Chase Me. So this one right here, it's a little bit darker than this. So in order to combat the darkness of that, that second shade that we added, I'm adding a little bit more of that as I go in and blend. That was rule number 1. You will never in a Raggedy Road tutorial add a color once and then never add it again, never go back and blend it. So we've hit 2 of the major rules right there. I don't have too many rules when it comes to makeup, because I think once you get stuck in the rules and you kind of like hinder yourself from some of your creativity and some of the great things that you can do. But those are some rules that reoccur in these tutorials. Wow. Looking good. Looking real good. Okay, now we're going to go in with that third brush, and this one has a name. This is a Morphe M433, and we're going to go into these darker browns down here. And you're probably wondering, like, why do you go into 3 eyeshadows instead of just going into this one? This one and this one are basically the same color. This one's just a little bit warmer. It leans more red. This one leans more cool, like towards blue. So this is basically the same color to me. That's why I can go into all of them. This one's just like a darker shade. So I like to do that, tap off that excess, especially because I have my base already done and I don't want dark brown eyeshadow underneath my eyes. I could fix it, but I could also save time by just tap it off a little bit. And we're going to go into the outer corner. So this is kind of the same thing as I do when I do soft glam eyeshadow. Okay, here's how I classify soft glam eyeshadow, because I know it's so many different classifications for what's a soft glam, what's not a soft glam. Basically, when I say soft glam, I mean an eyeshadow that I did not cut the crease. Like, that simple. I wouldn't call this a soft glam just because I feel like the colors kind of take it out of that category. But like, if I did this exact same eyeshadow with rose gold, oh wait, I have, there's a tutorial for it. Or with gold, oh wait, I have, there's a tutorial for it. Or with silver, wait, I have, there's a tutorial for it. Or green, got that too. Or bronze, you know what I mean? Since this is rainbow, I wouldn't be soft glam category. But I just mean that it's exactly like this. You know, you have the browns blended out. I feel like this is kind of soft. Some people may say this is a smoky eye. When I say smoky eye, I mean like black. Like, when I say smoky, I mean black. Like, we're not using any black here. This is the same soft glam sort of thing we're going for. I like to really concentrate that dark brown in this outer corner here, so not going all the way over, because that kind of leads to the perfect setup for a half cut crease, and that's just not the shaping of the eye I want. I want a little bit of definition here, but I don't want to be too stark. All right, now let's switch to our rainbow colors. Okay, so we're going to be going into the Colourpop Matte About Hue palette. Boom, and and using one of my favorite eyeshadows ever, which is that sky blue there. And I'm going to be taking a flat brush. Any flat brush will do here. And I'm going to be going into shade Got Iced. And we're going to be adding this straight to the lid. In hindsight, you probably could put a little bit more primer down underneath and like blend it out. I did it in the last video, and I haven't done it in the TikTok I did for this look. I didn't do it in the pictures for this look. So accuracy's sake, I'm not going to do that. But you probably could. The blue is very, very powerful, so I feel like it's not necessary. But, you know, option. I'm really just packing the color on to begin with. I'm not going too far out here because I don't need to worry about that because I will be adding purple there. So not even gonna waste too much product over there. Very nice. Okay, it looks rough. Walk with me. I'm gonna take this Morphe M421, another small flat brush. This is a smaller brush. And I'm gonna go into this lime green here called Say Less. And the reason why we need a smaller brush is because we're gonna use it on a smaller area, which is going towards this inner corner tear duct area. Add a little green right there. And a little green on top. Okay, now I'm going to take this dome brush. This is an LA Colors eye crease brush. Small dome brush, tapping into that blue a little bit. And we're going to blend this out because there is no cutting the crease here. So it doesn't have to have a hard line of stopping. This is turning out better than the last two. I've done it 2 times or 3 times. This is my 3rd time doing this look. This is turning out the best, so yay. Adding more green. And then I'm going to tap that same dome brush into the light green just to kind of have that green represented here as well. You have to be very, very soft-handed. As you can see, I'm not being as rough as I was with the browns, with these pastel colors, because they'll start to have like a line of demarcation, as you can see, and they'll start to separate from each other. And we don't want that, especially in this like very tricky area. We're like, is this the inner corner? I guess so. I'm going to take another flat brush. This is a Morphe V103, and I'm going to go into this purple here and a little bit of this purple here. Once again, I'm tapping into 2 colors. The reason why I'm tapping into 2 colors because I don't want something as dark as this. I don't want something as light as this. So I'm just, you know, making them, yes. All right, and I'm going to add that in between that brown and that blue, going towards the outer corner. I'm going back in, just going over that purple with a little bit of that blue. Because that's like how I like to blend colors on the lid, just tapping over them. Because if I go in with a brush like this on the lid and try to blend this way, it's just going to disrupt everything and once again make those lines of demarcation and separation. We don't want that. So I'm adding a little bit of purple. I feel like it's too much purple. I add a little bit of blue. I'm adding a little bit of blue. I feel like it's too much blue. I add a little bit of purple. You know, that's basically what I'm going in and doing. Even on the lid, you never apply an eyeshadow once. But I do want to stop applying too many eyeshadows because I don't want them to start separating. I don't want them to start separating. You gotta understand what to do with these light pastel colors. They're so pretty, but they are so powdery, which also is why I'm cleaning up my under eye. And they will start to separate. Now let's go into the waterline. When it comes to colors, I'm almost always using a white waterline. We're going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk per the usual. And I'm taking that on a craft brush. I'm going to line the waterline. Going adjacent to the eye. If you want to know more about the waterline, you know, where is the waterline? What colors give you what effect in the waterline? White opens up the eye, but black, you know, gives a different effect. If you want to know all about that, I have a waterline 101 video for you. So check that out. But I'm going to quickly line it with that white. I feel like with the freshness of the colors, a fresh waterline just goes with that. All right, now let's get into this lower lash line. One thing I learned during our Is Eyeshadow Primer Really Necessary video, during our experiment, our scientific experiment, our cosmetic scientific experiment, is that, you know, a little primer on the lower lash line does make a difference. It does go a long way. And since we're using these bright pastels, and since I have some primer on the back of my hand, why not? You know, I just opened a brand new one. I have some eyeshadow primer to spare. You know, 3 videos we were here. You never know what's in store, you know, in the future, in your future. Amen. Okay, so I'm going to take this Anastasia A14. It's a dome brush. I don't even know if they still sell this, but any dome brush will do. And I'm going to go back into our Colourpop Matte About You palette and go into these yellows. Yellows. I love a yellow inner corner. Yellow inner corner might be my second or third favorite of all time. White is my favorite. I think maybe lime is my second favorite in yellow. And we're going to go near the inner corner, but not necessarily in it. We got something in store for that. We're going to go in the inner corner underneath the eye. So the bottom of the inner corner. Now for the inner corner itself, we're mixing colors in the palette again. I'm going to go in with this lime and a little bit of this yellow. I feel like this yellow is not going to give me the punch that I need. And this is going to be for the legitimate inner corner. You see the difference that makes? Do you see the look? I told you I wouldn't lead you astray knowingly. I have to say knowingly because you know I'm human. I may lead you astray, but not knowingly. And I did not lead you astray here. Next, I'm going to go in with these oranges. This one's too dark. This one's too light. Mixing them together. Going right next to the yellow on the bottom. Applying that orange. Doesn't matter if it's a little choppy on the bottom because I'm going to go fix it. And then lastly, the pink. Mixing this dark pink here and this one here. I'm going to blend it into blush, so I wanted to have a little bit of some depth and darkness. And then I'm adding pink here. Wiping away this excess again. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of the orange and pink here. And kind of blend out this lower lash line. You can have a lot of fun down here because this is blushes. This is where blush lives. And I'm going to just quickly show you what I'm going to do for blush since you're here, if you don't mind. This is the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blush in Watermelon Rain. You could really use eyeshadow for this, honestly. Using more dome brush so I can really get in there. Add that pink right underneath where that hot pink is. Blend that out. Taking that fluffier brush, adding some more out here. Some to the forehead and some to the nose. Very nice. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly put on my lashes. I'm going to add a small sliver of black liner because that's how I do my lashes now. I always add a little bit of liner just so I can have a landing strip and somewhere for the lash to go easy. I'm not leaving you hanging. I have an entire video on not only how to apply lashes, but I have a new video on how to apply lashes with that new trick I was just telling you about with the black liner. So if you want to see that video, it'll come up in the cards. I'm going to apply lashes and we'll be right back. Okay, so here is the final look. And you know what? Like I said before, I don't like to do a look over and over again, but this right here is just, it's so simple. It's so delightful. I love it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like down below. You know, all the YouTubers say that it really helps, but that's because it really helps. Also, you can subscribe down below. We're almost to 48,000 subscribers, which is almost 50,000 subscribers. So thank you for that. And you can check me out on my other socials are all at Raggedy World, the same way it's spelled down below. Also, if you try out this look you recreated, I would love to see if you could tag me on any of my socials. I'd love that. It makes my day. Maybe you're like, Lauren, I don't even post. That's fine. You can also DM it to me. People do that all the time. And yes, if you love eyeshadow tutorials, guess what? Stick around because I have a playlist full of them. We're looking to do more color this spring. So if anybody has any suggestions, things that you want to see, I'm starting to do some planning. So I think we're going to do like an animal print thing. I don't want to give too much away. But I will see you in my next video, hopefully. It may just be a suggestion that you gave me down in the comment section. So you never know. Let me know what you want to see next. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.